Okay, you guys, I'm geeking out a little bit because I may have thought about something that will make my life so much easier and in turn yours too. So I made 2 recipes of brioche dough. Here's one. Here's the other. I got to get it into a loaf pan to rise. But this one I want to make into croutons. So I thought, well, if I bake it, flat-ish, I mean, even after rising, it's still going to be shallower, I guess I should say, than it would if I baked it in a loaf pan. So this is an experiment, and I'm geeking out because I thought of it. So I'm letting it rise, and I'll bake it, and then I'll cut it up, and I'll season it, and I'll toast it into croutons. I'll show you later. So the dough has risen, and what I have done is just taken my bench scraper and gone all the way across, just going like this. Not like trying to cut all the way through. And now I'm doing it the other way. This may revolutionize my crouton making. I know I'm being such a weirdo, but you guys know me already that I am. So this will puff up a little bit, obviously, when I bake it, and the oven's heating right now. So, we'll see what happens. I will show you. Isn't this pretty? I kind of just want to start pulling off these little squares, but what I'm going to do is stick my bench scraper back in all those kind of places I've cut before. Kind of hard to hold the phone and do this, but in preparation of getting them out of the pan and turning them into croutons. And I did throw some Lawry seasoned salt and a little garlic powder on top. So I'm going to let them cool a little. Let's see. Can't keep doing this, but anyway, I'm going to let them cool. Let me pull one out. It's almost already. I mean, it's a bigger crouton, but it's almost a crouton. But of course, this is soft, so I want them to be toasted. So I'm going to transfer this to a rack, possibly in pieces. Let it cool down, and then see how much I have to maybe cut apart. I don't know. And then I will toast them in the oven, possibly with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit more seasoning. I'll show you that later. Well, after messing with these for about 2 minutes and a knife, I just decided to go bloop. I mean, I use 2 hands, but one hand is holding my phone. So this is so easy, you guys. Definitely less labor intensive than the other ways I've made croutons before. All right, checking in again in a bit. Well, I haven't toasted them yet, obviously. By the way, these taste way too good like this. So the only thing I'm gonna do before I put them in the oven, and I'm waiting for a loaf of bread to come out so I can just use the same oven and not heat up a second one. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil and shake them around a lot. Not a tremendous amount. We don't want them drenched in oil, and they're already pretty buttery. But I'm just gonna do just a little bit of olive oil and just some granulated garlic and some unbeatable Lawry seasoned salt. And I'm gonna put them in the oven and toast them and rotate them and flip them around a lot until they're crunchy but not hard. Now, some of you might be wondering why brioche. Well, you can obviously make croutons out of any bread you want to. I happen to prefer brioche because I like a rich, not too dry crouton. And yes, I know I'm toasting them till they're dry. I get it, of course. But some croutons are so dry as dust that they kind of catch in my throat. I mean, like if I toast it too much, that will happen also. But I've landed upon brioche as the best for croutons, at least for me or for my family. So that's what I make them with. But have I had other breads made into croutons and breadcrumbs? Sure. It's up to you, but I just happen to like croutons made from brioche. So croutons are in the oven. I have it set at 450 broil convection. There they are. And I'm just turning them with my big honkin' spatula. And there's the timer, but I just turned them. So I'm gonna set it again for a few more minutes. And finished croutons. Super yummy. Crispy, but not hard. To me, that's perfect. And also they will crisp up a little bit as they cool. So I'm just gonna leave them out in this. I am having company tonight for dinner. I also baked, that was the other recipe of brioche. I should have put the egg wash because this would have been shiny, and I made these weird little slits. I don't know why, just trying something new. But anyway, croutons are fantastic. I just tasted one a minute ago. They are flavorful, but they won't take over the salad. They're just Goldilocks right. So I hope that this gave you some fun information about a kind of more efficient way, I think it's more efficient, to make your own croutons. And since I talked about that I made them with brioche, I will link you to that recipe. If you look if you're watching this video, just under the video, as you're looking at the YouTube video, you should see a description. You might see the word more in bold. It's not that easy to find, but you will see it if you look directly under the video. Look for the word more, click on that, the description is there, and there will be a direct link to the PDF file of the recipe for brioche. I hope you enjoyed this. Ask me questions, like the video, subscribe to my channel, let me know how I can help anytime.